This is Will Beeman TV. Um, Marlon Wayans. Step in my office. I got your order, man. But yo, Marlon, I seen Marlon's video. He was talking about how he wasn't taking up for Diddy, right? And I get it. And much respect to the Wayans family. I love the Wayans brothers show. Like that was my joint back in the day. Like that's one of my favorite shows. Still to this day, you know what I mean? But uh I I'm not saying he was taking up for Diddy, but it's like Marlon, that was I just would have just I would have stayed. I get the message you're trying to give to 50, right? As far as like, not kicking people when it's down because karma is real, right? But it's like newsflash. That's what Diddy did his whole career. He kicked 50 when he was down. Like he kicked 50 when he was down. Kicked a lot of people while they were down. Destroyed a lot of lives, messed up a lot of careers. Now, granted, a lot of people were grown and they signed those contracts and they didn't, do their due diligence and things of that nature. But still, just like sometimes you just got to be a person of good merit, man. Like I don't know Diddy per se. I don't know him from a can of paint, but it's like, bro, like I know a bad person when I see one, man. It's like one or two bad apples. You might get one or two bad stories about a person, but if everybody is saying the same thing, now envy and jealousy is I know that's real, but I don't think everybody is saying the same thing about this man. This man has ruined a lot of lives, man. And if what they said is true about him in a documentary with making Biggie Smalls pay for that funeral, that's trash, dog. That's trash, man. That's trash. That is trash. Trash. Horrible. Um, and it's all speculation at the end of the day, but if that stuff is true, man, that's a trash human being, man. Like, how could you be that evil and selfish, dog? Like, it's like 50 kicking him while he down. Diddy has done nothing but step on people his whole life, man. And y'all attacking 50 for exposing it. Now it may have been bad timing, or it may look a certain way because you know Diddy was messing around with his baby mother or whatever, but they going tit for tat or whatever. But when 50 was down on his luck, Diddy didn't try to help that man. From what I was told, he stopped a few records from coming out, or some business, in the music industry that 50 was trying to, move around, man, and do his thing. And, Puff was one of the gatekeepers. He was blocking stuff, man. I think when Fifth got shot, I want to say he stopped the whole thing with J Lo, man. Like, so if we're gonna talk about, kicking somebody while they down, let's talk about, Diddy kicking. Look at his artists. Look at his artists, man. Kick damn near all of them while they were down. Publishing, taking people's publishing, like knowing they're not smart enough to know the game. Like, and granted, I know y'all say, "Oh, that's not his fault." You're right. As far as being an adult, you should do your due diligence and understand what you're signing and stuff like that. But I have heard stories of Diddy coercing people to do that. You know what I mean? Um, I know the whole play on back in the day when labels would give you 24 hours to sign a contract. You can't use nobody's lawyers but theirs and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people were bamboozled, man, and put in deals where it was them 360 deals, or it was just set up for you to lose. You know, as a young minded kid back in the day, I'm thinking, you think when you see somebody on TV, oh, they rich, they getting money. No, hell no. Like, and a lot of those bad boy artists, man, they won't eat it. One of my favorite groups, the Locks. Like, I'm glad they got up out of there. Mace was a tremendous talent. You know what I mean? Total. You know what I mean? He got a list, man. Diddy got a list. I mean, okay, granted, you may have had a few artists that did okay, on the label, and they were able to, be prosperous in their career and move on and do other things. But if 90% of your label has been stepped on, that says a lot about you as an owner, bro. Like, dog, like that's just I don't know, man. It's just I heard somebody say Diddy's the prime example of when you give a lame some money. Now, like I said, I don't know the man personally, but from what I see, like he just don't strike me as the type of individual I could rock with, dog. Like Diddy's like he's treacherous, man. Like from the stories that I hear, he'll step on anybody's back or break anybody's neck to get to the top. And that's just not like I just ain't into stuff like that, man. Like, from somebody that has worked hard myself to, build what I've built, for my family and things like that. Like I just can't imagine stepping on somebody's back or breaking their neck to get it, man. How can you sleep at night? Some people are just that evil. I get it. Some people are just that evil. They don't give a damn. It is some selfish people out here. And no, Diddy is not the only one. Let's get that. There's some far worse people than Diddy, but unfortunately, he was pushed to the forefront, with our community. Like, but yeah, I do believe in karma, and I know, um, things will come back. You throw bad seeds out there, they're gonna come back to get you. But I don't think 50's wrong in this one, man. I don't think he's wrong in this one, man. Like I said, if y'all gonna say 50 wrong for this, and y'all want to protect Diddy and say, oh, 50 gonna pay for that, kicking a man while he down. Well, just think about all them victims Diddy affected, and how many people he kicked while they were down. Think about that as well before you start jumping on 50. It's just the first person to come out to have the balls to put that out there about that man because they fear lawsuits or fear they may get killed or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man, but that's my thoughts on that, man. But yeah, man, you guys like, comment, subscribe, man. We out of here.